What is going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. Thank you for those who joined me in the last level showcase yesterday from Prime 1 Studios. Today we're going to go ahead and check it out. So for me, there was really 4 statues that really stood out. Well, kind of 5. First is this Frieza statue. We've been waiting 3 years for this Frieza statue. So the vase is very reminiscent of like the Goku and Vegeta, very similar looking effects. You know, very similar. And then it has the Frieza spaceship, similar to Vegeta's armor or Goku the Dragon. And then Frieza just doing his classic arm open pose. I think Frieza honestly could be better. He looks okay. Like, I'm not super impressed with him. You know, like, frankly, I almost think KD's Frieza is a better sculpt. But the base and the aura, I am very impressed with. I think that looks amazing. I love that effect. I think the base is phenomenal and much better than KD's base. I need to get more photos because this is, you know, not the greatest photo. But overall, it does look great. And I think overall it is better than KD Frieza. I still think Sume Frieza is far superior overall, and that's the Frieza to get. But this will probably come out sooner than Sume, honestly. We'll probably see this up for PO very soon and come out sooner than Sume, considering they take forever. So that was the one reveal that we saw immediately. I'm not going to go over any single frickin' Batman statues because I do not give a flying F about any of those. I'm going to go over the stuff that I thought was great. You know, you have this Severus Snape statue. I thought the pose was boring as fuck, but that head sculpt is absolutely killer. Like, that looks really freaking good. You do have the Transformers Optimal Prime, so it's basically him in both forms, both ape and when he transformed into like a normal Transformer. I thought this was amazing. This looks really freaking cool. Very cool, like, transformation statue. Although, to be honest, I would probably prefer, instead of him, like a double version of him, have the cheetah and the bird. I think that would be even cooler. Having just 3 different of the, you know, them in the beast form, instead of just Optimus Prime. Will do the cheetah and the bird flying. That would be much cooler. But overall, it's a great looking piece. I'm not getting into Beast Wars, even though I absolutely love this movie. I do think overall Primo did a great job. I just would have did those 3. Now, you all know I've been waiting years for good Terminator 1/3 scale, and Prime 1 finally delivered. They gave us, you know, the 3 I've really been asking for. First, you get this battle-damaged Arnold holding up, you know, his shotgun, grenade launcher. Very cool. It's mixed media, done in collaboration with Bruce Wei. So Kim, one of the best sculptors in the world, made us 2 amazing head sculpts, one semi-battle damaged, one fully battle damaged, similar to my bust. You get the battle damaged arm, which also has a freaking endo arm in it. Like, look at that sculpt. That looks absolute killer. Amazing detail, especially that battle damage. You know, the bullet holes. Very well done. That's more of the semi-battle damage with the endo arm, and they showed that you can actually like move the fingers up and down. I thought that was incredibly cool. Let me show you some more pictures though. Yeah, so you can see size reference. It looks like it's about 28 to 30 inches tall. It has an endo-themed base with a light-up blue, which I think is great. You know, LED eye. Look at that battle damage on the chest. That looks killer. You know, all the individual, you know, grenades for that grenade launcher. Them moving the endo arm. Extremely cool. I'm very impressed. This is a day 1 PO for me. One of the best of the show. Then you have the 1/3 endo. So I've been waiting forever for a 1/3 endo. I tried to buy the Cinema Cat endoskeleton, but never could find it for a good price. Though people always want like $6,000. Ridiculous. But I'm glad I didn't buy it because I like this more. This is basically a very similar pose. It's the pose from the very beginning of the movie where there's tons of skulls on the base. The endo turns his head and it just has that very iconic look. The portrait definitely looks better than the Cinema Cat one. The teeth and the detail. Yeah, like that's like the scene, the opening scene of Terminator, which is super sick. Like right there, boom. I could show you the movie. It looked the exact same. So that is an absolute killer, and I'm very happy with this, you know, pose and choice. I think it's just absolutely amazing. Then they also give you the double arm pose, which I think is the final, Cinema Cat killer. Like, this killed the Cinema Cat. You get the double arm. You get a better base. You get better detail. That piece just lost tremendous value. So if you didn't sell yours prior to this video, I'm sorry, but you just lost thousands of dollars. That piece is worth maybe $1,000 at this point. And check out the base. You got a T2 logo, tons of skulls. Absolutely sick. This is a day one PO for the Flint Cave. And last but not least is the T1000. So him, you kind of get a few different options as well. You get the battle damage and the non-battle damage. So this one, they give you magnet, like liquid metal bullet holes, which is super cool. There's them together where they come with like the little bus stand, which is epic. And this one has a red theme. That's the blue. This is sort of like the ending lava scene. But there he is doing the classic finger pose, which is, great. Awesome sculpt. Detail looks top notch. Absolutely destroys dark sides. But for me, I want to display that head. I freaking love that head. And the look in his eye, his eye's like, oh, he's like, goodness, I love that look. All the bullet holes, like, this is the one I'm going to be displaying. Magnetic. I love it. I think it's so freaking sick. So I'm going to be getting all three and displaying all three together. So 100%, all three are mine coming to the Flint Cave. So yeah, definitely. I hope pre-order is very soon because I'd love to just secure them, lock them in, get dimensions, and figure out my display. I'm curious if I can fit all three in a 48-inch wide garage shelf or if I need a 60-inch. Because whatever I need to do, I'm doing it because I'm getting this. I would love to display these top shelf as well because like my current situation, I have to display them bottom, but I'd love to do them top shelf right next to the bust. And, of course, The Last of Us. You guys know I have been wanting a Last of Us statue for a very, very long time. We got The Last of Us 2 by Prime 1, which I don't care for that piece because it doesn't have any, like, clickers or zombies. It's just Ellie versus Abby, and I just don't care for that. I love Ellie, but I love her a lot more when she's a little kid, like this. So this piece I am very impressed with. I think Prime 1 did a phenomenal job. You got the clicker, comes with two portraits, one with like he just got shot in the face with the rifle by Ellie. You got Joel with two portraits and two hands, one with machete. And or you get like this little sheath knife which you use to kill clickers. There's the machete. He has the open, like teeth grinning mad look or the determined look. So yeah, and then I love the fact you get two clicker heads. Yeah, like you got a normal clicker head like right there, but then you also get the one with the bullet hole. So it looks about maybe 30 inches tall. Check out that portrait. Ellie looks perfect. Joel looks perfect. The detail's spot on. I think this might be one of their best video game 1/4 scale statues they've made. Like, this is so incredible. I mean, right now my current favorite is Kratos and Jin Sakai, but I would say this tops that. I think this is the one to beat now. I think this will beat Kratos. Because I love Kratos, but it's only Kratos and Atreus doesn't have an enemy on the base. Granted, I got the Baldur statue, but for a singular statue, this one you get basically like the Kratos and Atreus, but then you also get the villain. And the base is sick looking. I love that base. And here's the back part. Absolutely amazing. That base is, has all the different things from the video game that, because you're constantly in sewers and outside, has that apocalyptic look, with moss growing everywhere, broken concrete. You got dog tags. There's also even a clicker on the back that's like grown into the wall. So they just absolutely killed it. This is a masterpiece in my opinion. This is a day one pre-order for me. They said it was their most expensive project. So I'm going to assume this is probably $2,000, but I'm going to buy it day one. No questions asked. This is mine. Extremely important to my man cave. So now I just got to figure out if I want to see if Prime 1's going to do Tomb Raider. I go with Weta's or even try to buy back gaming heads, which, God, the details sucked on that. I'm still considering Wetta's, but ideally the way I want to do it is this in the middle, maybe Uncharted right here, and Last of Us on the other side. Maybe the Last of Us, or I'm sorry, the Tomb Raider, Lara Croft versus the Raptors. I think that all three of those would look really cool together. Because they're very similar type of games in my opinion, like the gameplay. So I would love to display all three together. So I'm highly considering that. But yeah, I mean, they did show a lot of other statues that were pretty cool. They teased the Velociraptors, Lady D from Resident Evil Village, the Demon Souls Penetrator. You got Yennefer and Ciri in 1/3, Devil May Cry 3. But, those aren't, huge hits for me. They're cool, but I'm not going to go over those. But overall, those statues I just showed are the biggest hits for me and the ones I am, going to be buying. And you're going to see in the Flankster cave in the future. So I'll do official preview videos once we get more photos. But I think Prime 1 killed it on those statues alone. I think Frieza could be better, but the other ones look flawless and perfect. Let me know what you guys think. What was your biggest hit of the show? And I'll see you in the next one. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.